Hello friends, welcome back. It's time for another episode of BigDenoPlays Undaunted. This is scenario 4. We're having a great time with this game. I'll probably pause for this moment though, because the people have spoken and Mage Knight is what they want. Give the people what they want, I say. Scenario 4. This won't be a short war. This one looks like a cool mission. It looks as though we're going to be deploying troops onto the board that aren't actually already starting on there, so that could be quite interesting. Alright, we will get started in a second. Here's the cool board map. Okay. Location, Callisto surface, facility Zeta. The operation is time critical, the LFA sergeant said to his assembled squad. I know you all want to hit back after what happened at Gamma 9 in the hub zone, but this is a requisitions mission. We'll get in and we'll get out. Once we've got the gear, we'll make them pay for their defiance. The ferocity of the fighting at Gamma 9 and during the LFA retaliation at Hub Zone 33C shocked both sides. The LFA had assumed the breakers were an undisciplined rabble who would collapse at the first display of serious force, while the IMU had thought that the expense incurred by the military escalation would bring the LFA to the negotiating table once they realised the breakers weren't simply going to fold. Thanks to this, both sides realised at roughly the same time they were in the midst of what would likely be a brutal, protracted conflict. And while both factions had already made some effort to ensure they would be ready should the worst happen, the need to acquire more weaponry and equipment rapidly became obvious. The solution lay in facility Zeta. Although most of the weaponry that had been brought in with the initial Jovian expedition had been mothballed in Callisto's orbital stations, as a contingency some of it had been stored in a series of bunkers on the moon's surface. The largest, labelled Facility Zeta, had lain abandoned for decades. That state of disuse is now set to change. Old systems logs indicate that a potential treasure trove is contained within the facility. With this awareness, LFA and breaker forces are racing to lay claim to the bunkers. A strong LFA strike team supported by drones and mechs has been dispatched from orbit, while breakers from the nearest dig site are closing in on hauler transports. Both sides look set to arrive at the facility simultaneously. Although there are 6 bunkers to secure, along with a surveillance tower and a series of rocky defences, whichever faction secures the area and clears out the majority of arms and ammunition contained in Facility Zeta will undoubtedly have an advantage as the war for Callisto becomes wholesale and unrestrained. So what we've got here is a number of locations that provide armour and can't have mechs with elevation as well, but we also have bunkers. And these bunkers are worth 1 control point to claim them. Now you can destroy a bunker because it's a building. So they're quite hard to destroy though, but yeah. This is going to be a really interesting fight because the way we win is score 4 victory points. So we can either claim 4 bunkers or we can kill 4 models or any combination in between. For each enemy you neutralise, you get a point, and for each victory point controlled, you get a victory point. So I think we'll try to neutralise 1 unit, and I think we'll try to claim 3 bunkers. That's going to be our objective. So these 3 bunkers, this isn't a bunker, but I'd like to control that. And we've got my drill. We might just me drill forward again. It worked well in the last mission. All right. Well, we have our breaker deck all done, and this is a crazy resupply deck. There is every unit, and there's actually more units here. So yeah, really interesting. I imagine that as the game gets to the final scenarios, you really start to see what it can look like. So it's quite exciting. Our first turn. Okay, well we've got a recon scanner, we've got a squad leader. I think we want to bolster here. So I'm going to use my nail gunner for initiative. We don't have the initiative in this scenario. The breakers are not going first, so I'm sort of okay with losing initiative, which we would have anyway, so that's fine. Alright, this should be a pretty straightforward turn for the bad guys. Sergeant Z. Is there a matching Z? There is. So it's going to inspire the scout. Done. The scout will recon this interference out, and then that will draw a card for next turn. And then its next option is to scout to a threatened objective. No, an unscouted objective. So if we look here, the closest objective is 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So he's going to go to this one because it's the closest. So this is Scout Z, so he'll scout 1 to here, and then he'll scout 2 to here, which adds an interference card to their deck. Corpsec Y. So they are looking to control. They're looking to do a lot of attacking this turn. The space is secure. It's going to move towards a controlled objective. So Corpsec Y will move to that space there. Making a push for this bunker. This looks like it's going to be a heavily contested bunker. Okay, so I'll recon this interference card myself. That allows me to draw a card and play. So I'm going to bolster Squad A. I reckon we will go for a blaster. Squad A, a blaster, and a scanner. Okay, next round. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, well, we got the drill crew, which is nice. Squad leader C, I would like to bolster here, but I think we might instead use the commander to bolster. So let's play 7. Do we try and get some initiative here? I don't have a recon. We could pathfind. I do want to move my drill though. Okay, we'll play 7. It's a good one. So, alternatively, if I command, I will actually have a scanner, which we can get rid of that interference with. Yeah, let's use the scanner, I think. So let's command 2. What? Do I not have a scanner in this deck? I have one scanner. It's the other unit I don't have. Survey tech. Okay. No survey techs at all. Alright, well that was a mistake. That was a mistake. But I guess we use the drill crew now to scout one space. We can bring 3 units with us, so we'll bring a scanner, a hewer, and I'm now gonna, why do I have a disruptor in my thing? Do I have a disruptor? Ripper C, now gonna drill crew. I am supposed to have a disruptor token on the board as well. So I think we'll bring those 3 with me. The nail gunner I'm going to move up to there. Yeah, the scanner we need to go there. Yep, okay. So that's cool. So then the disruptor will have a shot at the Corpsec. 1, 2, 3. Actually, we might suppress the home base. So it's range 3, 1, 2, 3, which we're in range. We're going to be rolling these dice. This suppresses everyone. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8, a 9, a 9, and a 10. Oh no, that makes all of them impossible because of the Centurion's there. Okay, I don't want to do that. We'll just attack the Scout. Let's attack the Corpsec. So I've got a Ripper and a Disruptor that are both going to attack that guy. Yeah, I feel like I've made a egregious mistake already. Yeah, so we're just attacking the Corpsec. It's going to be a 6 or more to get him. So that's a 3 and a 5. Scumbags. Bad first round. 1, 2, 3, plus this card. Oh, look at this awful stuff. Okay, so the sergeant, or the captain rather, he's going to roll 1d10. He rolls a 5, which means he's going to command 2. 1, 2. The drone, he's now going to activate and inspire the next mech card, which is mech card L. Sorry, there is an interference card, so he does this first. Places that into the play area for next turn. The sergeant, is there a matching card in the play area? No, so he's going to bolster 2 Y cards. So I've already shuffled these. He's going to get 2 Corpsec Ys. This commander of the L. So it's not going to be able to shoot, so it's going to go space secure and not an objective. Move X to elevated, can't do that. So it's going to move towards the objective. So Lisa is going to move to there, or Lysa, and then the commander of the Centurion. So yeah, all these guys are 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He might try and suppress actually. Yep, he can suppress. So he'll roll 3 dice and he'll target the hewer with a suppression. No, fails. Okay. I definitely should have bolstered that turn. Let's see what we get. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, well we get the recon situation that I was hoping for. So I think we'll go with this squad leader to try and maintain, and we succeed. So I will recon this interference out of play. That allows me to draw a new card. Nail gunner. Okay, the nail gunner will move onto this elevation. And then the blaster, well, I think the blaster is going to attack at range 2, 1, 2. Hang on a second, have I got a blaster in that space as well? So I should have had a hewer A, yes. A scanner A, yes. Oh no, I added the blaster A into my supply. That's right, okay. So he actually deploys on that space when we added him. Very good. Okay, so the hewer's here. He can only, yeah, so he'll just move up onto elevation as well, I guess. So we've got 2 guys on elevated positions ready to fire down there. So that one is not used. So 1, 2, 3. Ooh. Okay. So the Corpsec Z. His preference is the space controlled and enemy occupied, no space shared with enemy vehicle, no space secure, move 1 to an objective. So yeah, so he's going to move towards this objective. So he's done. Now the commander of the Centurion is now interested in making an attack. Suppress, 1, 2, 3. His threshold is 8. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So yeah, he wants to suppress again. He wants to try and suppress that hewer. He rolls 3 dice. And he does. He successfully suppresses my hewer. Okay, and now Lysa, she's going to attack at range 2 and AoE. They're elevated. So they're 4, 5, 6, 7. So she's rolling 2 dice, doing an AoE attack. This is so bad. If he hits on one of these, oh no, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, the threshold is not. She is not going to attack either of those. So the space is secure and not an objective. Yep, so she's going to move to this objective. Okay. Oh, Captain, my Captain, yes. So the scanner I would really love to use for recon, but yeah, maybe I'll use the Ripper. Cool, it was a better choice because we weren't going to succeed anyway. The LFA has the initiative. 1, 2, 3. The captain rolls a dice. He rolls a 1. That's a bolster. And he's going to bolster 3. So 2 is Y, 2 is Y, and 5 is Z. Y, Y, Z. The drone, there is nobody, so he's not going to do anything because there's no interference and there's no mechs. Scout Y, he's down here. So he's going to scout to an unscouted objective. The nearest is 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so it's a randomization here. So 1 to 4, 5 to 8. So he'll go 1, 2. Which will add an interference card into their deck. Cool. And then this Corpsec Y, he's actually in a territory with a bunker. So he's going to claim that objective. And they have 1 point on the board. The bad guys, already. Yeah, I've made some poor strategic choices, but we'll see if we can come back from it. Okay, so my scanner A, he can scout 2. So I am going to scout 2. I'm going to go 1, 2, which is going to add 2 interference cards into our supply. 1, 2. Done. The drill crew are going to scout to here. They're in a space with a bunker and a hewer and a disruptor. Drill, my boys, drill. And then my supervisor. We're going to bolster. So let's, do we bolster with this hauler crew? Bring a hauler on. Yeah, so we can bring a hauler on. I definitely want to get another hewer card, so I'm going to hew a card for 1. I think I want to go another nail gunner C. And then yeah, I'm going to bring a hauler on. I'm going to go for a hauler crew because I haven't ever used them and they seem fun. So we add this hauler into this space and he can also carry friends around. So I could just play super risky here and just try and take 1, 2, 3, 4 and leave these guys. So 1, 2, 3, 4, but this is a bit slower. So 1, 2, 3. Four. Alright, the hauler crew, we want to move them again to the next bunker. Hewer A, squad leader C, I don't have a squad leader. The disruptor is in position now to disrupt that whole location. That might be the right plan. So do we use squad leader C to try and steal the initiative? Squad leader C is probably not going to be needed to bolster. So yeah, I'm going to try and steal initiative. Oh, that hurts. That hurts a lot. So on a tie, they retain and they keep him. Oh, that is so bad. Oh, that's so bad. Oh, no. And they're both inspiring, these guys. Well, it's better. At least they're not bolstering. All right, so Scout Z, he's here. So his preference is to scout to a threatened objective. No, this one's a threatened objective, actually. The fewest enemies. Yeah, so he'll actually go 1, 2. We should have one here as well. And then he'll go the same. 1, 2. 2 more interference. Okay, good work, Scout. Idiot. Now, Corpsec Y, he already controls this one. The space is secure. So he just moves down to this space, doesn't he? Moves to here. Corpsec, control. Space controlled and enemy occupied. No. Space shared with enemy vehicle. Nope. Space secure. Move to threatened objective. So he moves down here. Oh well. We tried there. Okay, so the hauler crew can scout 1 space. I reckon we try it. I reckon we go, now that they've taken such a dominant position, if we just go 1 to here and take the Ripper with him, that's pretty much it. The Hewer, he is disrupted, so he will just flip, or suppressed I should say, and the Disruptor now, it was going to be a really good disruption. Here, 6, 7, 8, 9, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're 9 on 1 9 on 3 dice. Odds are we get this for a disruption, or a suppression rather. There's a 9. So we've successfully suppressed this Centurion and this Corpsec. Okay. That's all right. 1, 2, 3, 4. The drill crew again. Okay, this is possibly... Hewer A can now control that location, which we do want to do. Nail gunner C. So the scanner. I think I'm going to use the scanner for his initiative. Oh man, we're getting pillaged. 7 interference. Merc Z. Alright, so he's going to recon this, which puts this into play. Sergeant can't bolster, so he's going to inspire a Y. And then the Merc Z. Oh, we have to add a Merc Z to their thing as well. He comes down here. He's going to move towards an uncontrolled objective, so he'll go to here. Control. Yep. Okay, the nail gunner is going to try and suppress the corpsec here, I think. 1, 2, and we're elevated. So he's a 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're going to try and suppress him with our nail gun. There's a 10. So he is suppressed. Good work, nail gunner. My Hugh is going to control this location. Wrong one. So we've now got 1 point. And then my drill crew is going to move, or scout rather, here. But we're going to keep the disruptor in this location. And that's a scout, which means we're going to add a interference card to our supply. Alright. I feel this is a big turn. Scanner A, what are you going to do? You can't control, but you can attack that corpsec. Squad leader A. Ripper C. Yeah, you're not much use to us actually. The nail gunner can suppress the Merc now, maybe. Yeah, scanner, I'm just going to use him for initiative, I think. Oh, man, that hurts so much. 2, 3, oh, that hurts. Oh, and there's a stalker now too. Stalker Y. Oh, he probably should be thingy, because they definitely did that before us. Okay, so the Sergeant Z is going to inspire this guy. Does he inspire 2? He does inspire 2. Scout Z. So he's going to move 1, 2 to here and scout both of these. 1, 2. Which will add 2 interference cards. Oh no, sorry, his first thing is to remove the interference card, and then he'll scout 2. So he's done, and then we'll add this card for next turn. Stalker. There's no interference, the space is not shared with an enemy, space is secure. He's going to scout upwards. So his first action is to remove his thing, then 1, 2. Corpsec Z. He's done. Okay, my nail gunner is going to try and suppress that stalker, I think. The scout's actually easier, so we'll go for the scout. An 8 is enough. Would have been enough for either of them. So we're 1, 2 spaces away. So the scout is suppressed from the nail gunner. The Ripper, not much for him, so he might as well attack. He might as well shoot that scout. He's on the same elevation. Yeah, there's nothing else to do. So, oh, gets a 9. That does a wound to the scout. Scout Y. First wound down. And now squad leader A. I think we just bolster. So we'll just bolster this blaster. He's in a good position, yep. And sure, we'll bolster this healer. Yeah. So I think we just accept the inevitable here. We're going to command and try and clear out one of those interference. Hope that one of my recon cards turns up. Yeah, I bet you they'll flip a 1-2. Oh, what are they? Oh. 1, 2. Okay, so Scout Y is going first, and he is actually suppressed, so he's doing nothing, which is great. Corpsec Y also pinned, so doing nothing. Commander L, so she is not pinned. Commander L, so she is going to make an attack, and she has this range 2 AoE. Oh, this is bad. We're elevated though, so it's a 2 dice. 4, 5, 6. Yeah, she does shoot for us. Yes, misses. Whew. That would have done damage to both of my guys. That would have been awful. Okay. So we command. Come on. Alright, well, I think the correct course of action now is to use my blaster to try and blast these two guys. So we're elevated. 1, 2. So we need an 8 and a 7 for him. And it's an AoE attack. Come on, blaster. That's an 8 and a 12. That should be worth 5 wounds. But no, that's 1 wound on each the Stalker and the Scout, which is pretty awesome. So Scout Y and Stalker Y. Okay, I think the Scouts only have 3. So that's a good work from the blaster. Good job. The Nail Gunner is going to suppress this guy. 4 dice, elevated again. That's not going to succeed on any of those rolls. Nail Gunner fails. Ripper C, he might as well just take a shot again at this guy. Let's see what we roll. Just a normal D10 for that roll. Come on, Ripper. No, he fails. Okay. What can we get here? Hewer A, Scanner. Yeah, there's me 2 recon guys. Just ridiculous. That's fine. He's just going to go attacking this Scout that he's next to. And Hewer A, yeah, he might do some scouting attack as well. All right, so the Scanner's going to be our initiative card. Of course not. Why would we want to win initiative and reduce the number of actions that this pest gets? So the commander, the captain, he rolls a 5. That is a command, so he draws 1, 2. Corpsec Y, he can't control, so he's going to attack. He's going to attack my disruptor. Space shared with enemy controlled objective that has armored defense. So he's going to attack the objective. He's going to attack the bunker. Oh my god, he smashed the bunker. No, you idiot. He's taken away my point. That's awesome, actually, that he's done that, though. That's awesome. Cool. So Mercenary Y, he is not on the board yet, so we need to add him here. So he's going to move towards the objective. Yep, so he moves towards this one again. And then Commander C, the Centurion, it is actually pinned, suppressed, so it's going to do nothing. 2 interference cards stay in the deck. Alright, so my Scanner, we're just going to try and attack the Scout in the space that we're in. And we're going to try and do that with the Hewers as well. So the Scout, that's a 6. He is defense 6. That does 1 on Scout Z. Ooh, I feel we're getting into a murderous rampage now. This is good stuff. Scout Z. Trimming that deck down real quick. And then the Hewer's actually going to do it 2 more times. So they're looking for 7s though. He could move. No, I want him in the drill. No, and yeah, another one. So I don't think there is, nope. So we just take him out of this deck, Scout Z. So there's 1. Okay. Well, killing them will also be effective enough in the long run. Next round, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I got me Hauler Crew, and that's good. So we can keep on driving. We know that's a 5, so we know that we can win this if we play the squad leader. However, the Blaster could go twice. And he could kill the Scout and the Stalker. So yeah. But it's cool. Yeah, okay, yep, I'm doing it. I'm going to play the Nail Gunner. I know they win. I reckon that is worth what I think will be a good move. Alright, so Sergeant Z, there is a Merc, so he's going to double tap the Merc. He's done. Corpsec Y, so he's the one down here in a space with my Disruptor. Corpsec, control, no. Space, no. Space controlled and enemy occupied, yes. So he's going to attack my guy. He's a 1 dice. My Disruptor's defense 5. That's a cock. Yep, so he gets a shot on me Disruptor. I don't have a Disruptor in my hand. So we look in my deck. There he is. So he takes a wound. So that's Corpsec Y done. Merc Z. So he's here. He's going to move 2 spaces to this objective. 1, 2. And then the commander of the Lysa, yeah, he's going to take another shot at my guys on the roof. Oh, this is bad actually. He'll kill me Blaster. Oof. Oh. Okay. So yeah, that was a risk, but the Hauler Crew now, I think my mission is just gone to evaporate these guys, but yeah, let's see. So yeah, I'm going to use my Blaster to shoot here. So I'm elevated, I'm 2 dice, I'm range 1, 2, so 6, 7, 8, 6, 7. Come on, Deno. Oh, alright, I'm going to inspire him to go again. Come on, Blaster. 11, yes, so we get a wound on both. Okay, so let's check here for Scout Y and Stalker Y. Okay, none of those. So we're going to go into thingy here. So Scout Y gone, Stalker Y gone. 1 more wound on either of those is a dead casualty. Fantastic work. The Hauler. The Hauler will just move to here. And we'll take an interference card into our deck. Oh man, the Blaster up top's been awesome. Okay, my Drill Crew needs to get to that bunker. And then the Hewer could actually claim that bunker. So let's use Squad Leader C for my initiative. I won the initiative, so great, finally. So my Drill Crew is going to move to here. That's allowed vehicles in that space, yes. Which is going to add an interference. But then my Hewer, he's going to actually control that. So we are 1 objective point. We've lost this one. So So we should be able to get this one or this one. 1, 2. Yeah, we're a few turns away, but that's okay. Add an interference card into our deck. Alright, 3 actions for them. The Scout and the Stalker are pinned down and not going to be doing anything. They're ripe for the plucking. 1, 2, 3. The drone does absolutely nothing because there's no mechs. Corpsec, why? Yeah, so he's going to attack my Disruptor. That's another attack on my Disruptor. Alright, well the Disruptor is up here. And then the Merc Y, he's here, so he's going to move towards this objective. Okay. Hauler Crew, go boys. Hewer A. Ah, nice, he can drill that Merc. Or he could actually move over to this objective twice. That could be good. Yeah, so maybe I'll just play the Hauler Crew at initiative 3. Because oh no, that's them up there. Alright, I'm gonna play my interference card. Oh, that's a gold. That's a gold result. Hauler, Hauler Crew. Hauler Crew. One more Scout. One more interference card. Hewer A, he's going to move. And then he's going to move to here. Yep. Oof. Captain, my captain. The captain will roll a 3, which is bolster. So 9 is from the mechs, 5 is from Z, and 2 is from Y. So when he bolsters a mech for the first time, which he hasn't done yet, choose... Yep. So we're just going to go up here, we're going to bolster an L. Doesn't match any of these cards, so we don't add that card to the deck. 1 Y and 1 Z. Sergeant, he will bolster 2 from Y. Corpsec Z, so he is in the home base, so I think he's going to move towards this objective here. This is a very exciting scenario. I enjoy this one a lot. Okay, I've got my blaster. I don't have the squad leader to go with it, but that's 2 cracks at killing both of those guys, which puts me one action away from winning the scenario, I think. So I think I'm going to play squad leader C for my initiative. We retain it. So I'm going to use my blaster from this location here to shoot that. This could be 2 enemies in one fell swoop. It's a 7! Okay, so 7 is good enough to get the Scout, but not good enough to get the Stalker, because it's range 1, 2. So the Scout is eliminated, because if we look at the Y deck, there's no more Scouts, and if we look at the discard pile, or the, yeah, there's no more Scouts, and if we look at here, there is an, that'll do fine for his action. That's going to be good. So I'm going to try and hit him again now, and see if we can get the Stalker. No! Oh, we just needed to get one of those off. But that's fine because I can tell you that his action is 1, 2, 3, nothing. And I can also tell you what his initiative card is for next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to play my own initiative card of interference. I'm going to retain initiative. I'm going to use my scanner to recon that one out of my deck and draw into a squad leader of A. My nail gunner C, he's 2 dice. I might as well attack that stalker. He's elevated 2 dice on an 8. We'll kill him. Yeah, let's do it. No. Okay, we'll just use this to bolster a blaster and the hewer. Guess what? Alright, this has been well played. I've really started to see the strategy of the deck selection, the positioning, but I'm also starting to see the bots. Oh, glorious. Commander C, the Centurion. Yeah, so he's going to try and move, isn't he? Disruptor. Suppress 3. 1, 2. I think he's actually going to try and suppress my disruptor. Because he's only an 8 for that. Yeah, he'll try and suppress the disruptor. Fails. Hewer A claims that location. Ripper C tries to shoot the stalker. Scanner A clears the interference. Alright, I'll use Ripper for my initiative. We win. Scanner recons that card out into the drill crew. The Hewer will claim this objective. So I have 1 point here, I have 1 point here, and I have 1 point from killing the scout. So I'm at 3 points. And now my drill crew, it's going to just attack the merc that he's in the space with. 2 dice, range 0. Zzz. That's Mercenary Z. Alright, there's a Mercenary Z gone. We're like 1 or 2 actions away from victory here, and it's exciting. So, Corpsec Y, drone, Corpsec Y. The drone does nothing because there's no mechs. Corpsec Y, so that's him here. So he just attacks my disruptor again. He does that twice. The first one, that's an 8, that gets him. The second one, that's an 8. That might have just killed my disruptor. Let's see. He doesn't have many cards. Okay, he might have actually killed him. Has he already got 2? Yeah, he's already got 2. So he's actually killed the disruptor with the first attack. So that's his second victory point because he controls this bunker. Okay, and then the Corpsec will move towards an enemy controlled bunker. Here. Alright, what could be the final round? 1, 2, the nail gunner. The nail gunner is going to try and attack the stalker. All we need to do is kill that stalker. 1, 2. Okay. The hewer. So I'm in the space with Scout Z. So I can try and take him out. But he's got a few more lives left. But do I risk... Yeah, okay, I think I'm going to risk his initiative 5 and hope that we can use him to draw cards. Okay, so the only way I was going to win that, yeah, that's fine. 1, 2, 3. Oof, alright, this will be a punishing turn. Sergeant Y, he's going to inspire both mercs. Corpsec Z. So he's going to move one space to here, and then I guess he'll just attack. The Ripper's a better target, so he'll attack the Ripper and fail. The Mercenary, which is Mercenary Z, he does actually have an attack on my drill guy, which is awful. So he's just going to go hammer and tong on the drill. These 2 dice, he can attack them. My drill is only armor 4. Misses! Second attack. Okay, hits. Does a wound to me drill crew. Next one. Hits. And then the third one. Hits. So he's done 3 damage to my drill crew. But I think I've only got 2 in there, so there's 1. Or maybe 1 in there. Yep, okay. So he actually kills my drill crew, because I haven't bolstered them at all, because he doesn't have to kill them unless they're in my deck, which is a difference for me. And then he's actually going to claim that bunker. Oh, hang on, should he be? Oh yeah, he's actually attacking the bunker. So yeah, he's destroyed the bunker, which means he's taken away my point. Then he goes for the drill crew. Let's say he got a wound on me drill crew. I think his first roll wasn't enough to kill the bunker, but his second one probably was. Oh man, okay, so we're back up to needing 2 points. Supervisor will command and grab 2 units out. 1, 2. A stupid interference. Okay, Hewer A, at this point now, we start trying to drill the scout. So he's going to try and drill the scout in the zone that he's in. There's a 9 and a 7, so that gets Scout Z and pops him in the chops. No. So Scout Z. Well, we're actually close to killing Scout Z as well. The Scouts are actually the weak point, aren't they? Let's just make sure my maths is correct. So we've got Scout Z, Scout Z, Scout Z, Scout Y, Stalker Y, Stalker Y. Okay, so we just need to do 1 wound to each of them. We might go for a crazy shot here. Let's see if my nail gunner can do it. So my nail gunner is going to attack this Stalker. He needs a 6, 7, 8. So if he gets an 8, he kills that Stalker. Come on. That's an 8. It's also a 12. So that Stalker's defeated, which takes me back up to 3 points. And now, if the nail gunner has a long range shot at this Scout Z, what does he need? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 on a 12. I'll take that. Nail gunner! Oh, would have been sick. Would have been sick. Did I lose initiative that turn? I'm pretty sure I did. Okay. Squad leader. Okay, Blaster A. He is only range 2, so he can't go for that long range shot. Yeah, so that's a bad draw for us. But let's play initiative 7 just to try and win initiative. Yeah, so that we don't have to contend with 4 cards. So the Blaster, I think his best action is just to shoot at this Corpsec. He's only defense 6. Okay, the Blaster's been, I would suggest, fairly suboptimal. We need some interference. Oh, the Captain and, oh no, the Lysa. I mean, he could win here. He could take out my cards. The captain is going to 7. He's going to command 2. Ah, 2 Corpsec. Wise. Okay, the commander of the Lysa is shooting at my guys on the roof. Misses both, fortunately. Corpsec Y, Corpsec Y. So he's going to move into this objective, and he's going to try and take out that bunker. Oh, man. Stop smashing me bunker, mate. He needs a hard roll, an 8. Oh, my God. He smashed up my next bunker. Okay, so I am now controlling 0 bunkers. This guy's got to go up top now, hasn't he? Come on, hauler. The hauler crew's there. I reckon the scanner, the blaster A. I'm going to use blaster A for the initiative and hope that they draw a interference. It was a good plan. I knew they had a decent number of interference that they haven't cleared. They haven't got many cards left. Alright, my hauler moves to here. We scout that objective and we gain an interference. Hewer A, he's going to attack the zone that he's in with 2 dice. And he's going to target the scout. That's a 10. So we've actually eliminated the scout, which is 3 points because we've killed Scout, Stalker. But we don't control that objective now. The scanner, he's going to go for the Corpsec Y, I guess. 7's enough to do a wound to Corpsec Y. So just in case Corpsec Y gets drawn out of the deck, he will lose his action. 1, 2, 3. No. The sergeant is just going to bolster 2 from Z. And that's it. Alright, all we need is our Ripper, and we win this. I think I haven't seen him yet. Oh, it's all squad leader A. Have I seen my Ripper already? Ripper C. This is a cool game, man. I really dig this. Nail gunner. Okay, so the Ripper's in here. He's protected, he's in a bunker. They're not going to get him. I'll play 6, initiative 6. Yep. So I'll use Blaster A on the Corpsec Z. Two dice, needing whatever he needs. A 12 will definitely get a wound done. Corpsec Z. There. And he's also been wounded, which means if he gets drawn, he doesn't do anything this turn. As the blaster. The Hewer's going to try and drill Corpsec Y. He's a 2 dice. Needing a 4. So there's 1. And then we're going to inspire him to go again. So there's 2. So we've drilled Corpsec Y twice. 1, 2. Okay. Feeling in control. The Mercs have proved pretty poor. Let's see what they draw. Interference. Corpsec Y, so he's discarded because I wounded him this turn. And then the commander of the Centurion, he's just going to try and... Well, he'll move forward. I think he's got to move forward 1. Okay. So my Ripper C is there. All he has to do is claim that objective and we win. Can we win the initiative? Yeah, we'll play Scanner A, Yeah, no, that's fine. If we win initiative, we win. So, yeah. So Ripper A goes to control, controls this bunker, and we score our 4th control point from 3 dead enemy units on a rampage, and 1 controlled bunker. I controlled 2 bunkers, 3 different bunkers at that point in that game, and the bots just went and smashed them out from underneath my control. That's a cool scenario. You really start to see how the game opens up when you have more units and more things that you can interact with. It's a really good game. I really, really enjoy this game. I'm going to put it aside for a bit because we're going to play some Mage Knight. But yeah, really cool to have this waiting in the wings ready to finish the last 4 scenarios. So good job, team. Hope you've enjoyed this playthrough. I'll catch you all again soon. Big Deno out.